make sure our pitchers throw, things of that nature. But if you have that hour and a half practice, you may want to take advantage of the shell, maybe as a good warm-up. So what I want to show you first is what I call imagination time on defense. Maybe you come in, while you're waiting or something, you do a little bike warm-up or something, or you stretch. But this is what we call imagination time. You guys are going to be the players. You're not going to have to do anything. But I want to put you in the line so you see this. So you three guys, Craig, Dave, and Phil, go over there. And then Mike right here. Shane and Greg and Mark. You guys would be right here. Blake, I'm sorry. All right, now this is what we call imagination time. So you split your team up like this and you get 3 lines. So this line right here is throwing on the run. Like you're doing a rundown. You could deviate as you wanted. But this line right here would have the ball in their hand and they'd attack the target and they throw on the run. Get to about this position right here, throw a strike. So your focus is on hitting a target, throwing on a run. That's why rundowns break down, because they don't throw actively on the run. So that line right there throws on the run, goes back in line. This line right here, after he throws the ball, I roll a ground ball, and it's a routine, field it, throw him out. Throw on the run, routine, throw him out. I call this imagination time because after he throws him out, then this line with the ball in his glove treats it like a backhand. Okay, so now they just have it in their hand. They come over, they make a backhand play, set up, throw a strike, go back in line. Throw on the run, routine ground balls, imagination time, backhand. And you can be as creative. They really like this line because they get creative. And some of your athletic players, they may even dive. But what you're going to see is you're going to see arm action. You're going to see throwing on the run. You're going to see routine stuff as a nice little warm-up. And then you get to see that nice athletic backhand play, set it up and throw a strike. So, again, I call it imagination time. It's a great little 5-minute, get in the cage, little warm-up kind of thing. And it's defense-oriented. It's great when the whole cage is pulled like this. Okay? All right. The other thing, too, is when you do this, let's set up a second base. You guys can come over now. Some of you be the second baseman over here. Some of you guys be the second baseman. The rest of you guys be the shortstop. And these are called figure eights. They're called figure eights because middle infielders are just going to do this. So as the second baseman makes a feed, then he'll go get in line and be the shortstop. So maybe after you do imagination time, you take your middle infielders, however many you might have, 4, 5, 6. You do what we're going to call figure eights. This area back here would be your catchers and your first baseman. So one of your coaches is going to be right here on the bucket feeding the figure eights. I'll demonstrate that in a second. The other coach is literally right here with the catchers geared up. Maybe you want full equipment on, or maybe you want to use the pads so they can protect their knees and just put chest and face. You can drop those mats and just work some blocking stuff with the pads. But right here is where we're going to focus on first baseman and catchers while our middle infielders are doing figure eights. If you have pitchers at this time, say pitchers, go get your tubing work done. Go do your med ball work. All right, get your pitchers out of here. Right, go be productive with your med ball. Go be productive with your tubing. And now maybe my first baseman pops up, and I'm just gonna some quick pick work them around the bag, a little backhand. My first baseman will work in the bag. Put a bag there, let him stretch it. He's got room. Let him work it. That first baseman's out. Next catcher in. Get some work with the catchers while these guys are doing figure eights. And all a figure eight is, Billy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've got a live second baseman, I've got a live shortstop, and I probably would work on maybe my second baseman first, and here comes the flip, and the shortstop can finish the throw off if he'd like. They replace each other. Now I might go here, I might go here. All right, but there's a lot of things to work on in this setting around the bat. You've got your underhand flips. Maybe I take, if Mike's my live second baseman, from right there. Now what's he going to do from that position? Is that still flip time, or is he going to drop and throw? Okay? Yeah. All right, and again, figure eights, we're just moving back and forth.
So I jump this side.
And he would jump over there. Yes. Okay, now, again, if you have a shortstop and he says, I'm a shortstop, he needs to know this too. All right, Billy?
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, and you're working on your middle infielder work here. The other thing, too, that you can do is before you dismiss, before you break out, these guys are getting their work done, but then you can work on covering the bag. Billy, you have a glove there? You got it? I got it. We have two of these training gloves over in the locker. If you wanted to grab that for the ground balls, here's the other one. But let's do the ground ball first. Like if you're my second baseman and that training glove is just something where you can't close it. You know, you've probably seen it. If you want them to put that on so they can get it. Okay, there's two training gloves. And then once you're satisfied with your work, then we're going to do some bag coverages. Maybe Billy's my shortstop. They're still doing their blocking. They're still doing their picks. Runner! Get to it. Put it on. Get it out of there. Next in line. Wherever they're coming from. Runner! All right. Give it to them. Put it on. Good. Okay. We're just repping that. Trying to be as detailed as possible covering the bag. Okay? All right. Any questions with this? Again, we've got first baseman and catchers doing some pick work. We've got middle infielders doing figure eights, we call it. Get your pitchers out of here. Outfielders, get them out of there. That could be an opportunity. You know, and as you see these things, don't try to do everything at once, but have a focus. You know, in this practice, I'm going to focus on my middle infielders, my catchers, my first baseman. Maybe the next time you do, you know, your focus is your pitchers and your catchers to some degree. Okay. All right.
One question.
Yeah.
How do you coach him to cover the bag for shortstops coming in? Front of the bag, shot of the bag.
Billy talked about this last night.
The way to do it is to get in front of the bag with your left foot on the bag. I'm going to explain why. Now, when I got, first off, they need to play close enough to the bag, and this is an individual thing, that I get to the bag in plenty of time. You shouldn't be arriving to the bag and the throw's getting there. You need to get there, set up. I like to have my left foot and I'm in front, and this is the reason why. A lot of times right-handed catchers, if they don't close off good, their throw is going to ride up the line. Okay? If I'm in this position and I see the throw riding up the line, it's a lot easier to go in front and be able to at least catch the ball before it goes into center field. But a lot of times if the throw beats him easily and it draws me off, I still got a chance here to come back and tag the guy. The problem that you get, and I learned it firsthand, is if you come to straddle and you get that late movement from the catcher that's up the line, I get caught up with the runner. And now I can't get to it. Or I got to come back deep, and then this is a lot harder play to come back and tag the guy. It can be done. So for me, I get in front. Now, if it's the throw is right on, I mean, bam, it's coming right at me, this is an easy move. Catch it, down. So I'd like to straddle it if it's a good throw. I'm just not going to start off straddling and get caught up with the runner, and then I'm done on a ball that runs, and they do that quite often, by the way. Does that answer?
No, what about coming from second? If our second baseman's taking
Same thing. Same thing. The problem with most young players, and I watch high school, they play too far away from the bag. You know, he who tries to defend everything defends nothing. You know, you're out there, well, what if they hit it over here? Hey, look, if I got coverage, but actually, when I had coverage and I cheated towards the bag, right, in my mind, I was thinking, okay, I might have to move this. I'm already up the middle. I don't even have to think about moving this way. I'm already real close to the middle. So I got pretty good jumps on balls to my right. Most of them play too far away the bag and double play depth. I watch young guys play all the time in high school. You should be waiting on the feed. Occasionally there's going to be a ball hit so hard that, you know, the ball and you are going to be arriving. But the problem is most double plays that are screwed up is because they're too far away and they're arriving at the same time as the feed, right? And if the feed is not perfect, they're done. Then you get these. How many times you see that? It's because they're playing too far away.